Welcome to the IISA Level 1 iSmile official course. This course is aimed at those who wish to act as an IISA accredited observer or witness in an iSmile attempt. You may stop at any time, rewind and listen again. Otherwise, enjoy the course. Welcome to this training presentation on the critical role of the observer in an IISA iSmile. This is not just a passive support position. It's a role of authority, trust, and technical vigilance. The observer ensures that both safety and integrity of the iSmile attempt are upheld according to IISA rigorous standards. From validating environmental conditions to ensuring that every rule is followed during the swim, the observer is indispensable. The presentation will guide you through the rules, responsibilities to communication, and a path to accreditation as an official IISA iSmile observer. This presentation has a clear structure, aimed at equipping you with all the necessary knowledge and practical understanding required to function effectively as an IISA iSmile observer. We will explore every phase of the observer responsibility, from pre-swim verification to post-swim documentation. The content is aligned with the IISA official swimming rules and aims to ensure your preparedness for both real-world observation and successful accreditation. The expected outcome for you to become a qualified, confident, and role-compliant observer. An iSmile is one of the most demanding endurance swims recognized globally, as defined by IISA-specific regulation. For a swim to qualify as an iSmile, the swim must cover at least 1,609 meters or 1 British mile. Water temperature must not exceed 5 degrees Celsius and should be verified using SWE digital accurate thermometers. Swimmers are not allowed to use wetsuits flotation device or any other aids. Only standard swimming attire is permitted. The observer is the cornerstone of the rule enforcement and swim validation in any iSmile attempt. Appointed independently, the observer is tasked with verifying that all IISA protocols are followed rigorously and impartially. They are the swim's official monitors, empowered to approve the swim start, observe conditions throughout, and terminate their attempt if safety or compliance is compromised. The authority meant by IISA is final in the moment. Both swim, the observer's documentation, temperatures log, time records, safety confirmations, forms the core evidence submitted to IISA for certification. The role is essential to preserving the integrity of the iSmile achievement. Before an iSmile begins, the observer must check all documentation and requirements. This includes a current IISA medical form, a valid ECG, and IISA indemnity signed by the swimmer, confirming their understanding of the risks. The observer is not required to examine the content of the document presented, but their validity and date and signature. One of the most defining elements of an iSmile is the water temperature. This must be strictly measured and confirmed to be at or below 5 degrees Celsius. Observer must use 3 independently calibrated thermometers. These are submerged 5 to 20 inches below the surface and left for at least 5 minutes, at around 10 minutes prior to the swim start. The 3 thermometers must have at least 1 decimal, and the difference between the highest and the lowest reading must be 1 degree Celsius or less. Before the swimmer enters the water, the observer must inspect and confirm that the course is suitable and compliant. It must measure at least 1,609 meters and allow uninterrupted visibility throughout the swim. Must verify that the method used to measure the course is conducted under IISA rules. The course should be patrolled by qualified safety personnel such as lifeguard and kayak escort. The position should be planned to ensure full coverage, and emergency response capability. All swimmer must wear only standard gear, a swimsuit, single cap, and goggles. No neoprene or thermal protective aids are allowed. The observer must ensure that all gear complies before the swimmers enter the water. Before the swim starts, a formal pre-swim briefing must take place. This involves the observer, swimmer, and the entire safety team. The goal is to review emergency protocol and ensure everyone is aware of their responsibilities. Each team member, from water safety to medics, should know their exact role, positioning, and communication methods to be used during the swim. Any confusion during the swim could put lives at risk. During the swim, the observer's full attention must be on the swimmer. This is not a passive role. The observer should watch stroke form and consistency. Any deviation may signal fatigue or distress. Just as critical is the swimmer's body language. Signs of early hypothermia or mental confusion must be recognized early. Swimmers often underestimate their symptoms. The observer must remain mentally engaged from start to finish. Coordination with the safety crew, but never abandoning their sole focus, the swimmer's condition and rule compliance. One of the observer's most serious powers is the authority to terminate a swim. This responsibility must be exercised if the swimmer exhibits distress, hypothermia, or breach any of the rules. If this rule resists or believe they can continue, the observer has the final say. Their decision overrides all parties at the moment. This is core principle of IISA, safety first doctrine. Commenting the reasons and timing for termination is equally important. This ensures the integrity of the rules and provides clarity in any post-review. After the swim concludes, the observer one final but essential responsibility to verify that all required facts, evidence, and documents are complete. This includes verifying water temperatures, photographic and video evidence of the swim, particularly the start, finish, mid-swim, and full attire. All of these should be submitted. At least one official witness not involved in the swim should verify the conditions and details. These materials collectively support the swimmer's certification process and are reviewed by IISA. The observer must submit a full report for the swimmer's ISMILE application, as well as a proof his application as an observer. The observer's signature on these documents certifies the truth and integrity. Once the swim is completed or terminated, the observer roles continues. The swimmer must be monitored during the recovery process, ensuring they are warmed safely and appropriately. Medical staff should check vital signs and evaluate for signs of hypothermia. Recovery environments should be warm, dry, and attended by experienced crew. The observer is responsible for ensuring this happens and is documented. The observer also logs the official end time of the swimmer's initial post-swim condition, and any safety concern. These final details are crucial to close the certification record. To become a certified observer, IISA recommends a minimal-based level of experience in open water swimming and cold water swim events. First-hand in ice swimming, where exposure to ISMILE conditions is ideal. Objectivity is crucial. An observer must be able to act independently. The primary loyalty is to IISA rules and the safety of the swimmer. The Level 1 or L1 observer accreditation from IISA provides formal recognition of your understanding, competence, and readiness to serve in this vital role. We'll discuss how to obtain this certification in our final slide. The observer responsibility spending entire life cycle of an iSmile attendant. From the initial briefing with the swimmer and safety crew to overseeing the recovery phases, the role is continuous. During the swim, they must remain focused solely on the swimmer, watching every stroke, every pause, every gesture that might indicate fatigue or danger. After this swim, they are still the observer. They must remain on duty, ensuring recovery protocols are met, documentation are submitted completely. It's a demanding but essential job to maintain the safety, credibility, and the integrity of the iSmile program. To become an officially certified Level 1 observer with the International Ice Swimming Association, you must complete this presentation in full and understand all components of the observer's responsibilities and rule enforcement. You will then need to pass a multiple-choice accreditation exam with a minimal success rate of 80%. This exam tests your knowledge of IISA rules and your ability to apply them under real-world conditions. Accreditation must be maintained, so regular refresher exam to maintain your L1 active. Congratulations, you have finished a presentation. If you have any questions or issues, you're more than welcome to watch it again. Otherwise, you can refer to IISA rules to review your role and any rules that you need to understand before you take the exam. Good luck with the exam.